Everything you have ever seen, touched, or loved in your entire life accounts for less than 5% of the physical universe. The rest is something else entirely. 85% of the mass in the cosmos consists of a substance that completely ignores light. It casts no shadow, reflects no illumination, and slips through detectors unnoticed. This is a map of the universe's hidden skeleton. Shortly after the Big Bang, this unseen mass clumped into dense blobs and stretched out along narrow filaments. It formed an immense gravitational scaffolding. The glittering galaxies, stars, and planets we observe are essentially just dust catching the light, a thin layer of frosting clinging to a massive, invisible structure. You don't need a telescope to find this material. It is concentrated heavily right here in our own solar system. In fact, it is in the room with you right now. Every single second of every day, millions, possibly billions, of these invisible particles stream directly through the walls of your house. They are passing through your skin, your bones, and your brain. Because this matter does not interact with the electromagnetic force, it has no physical friction. It cannot push against your atoms, it generates no heat, and it triggers no biological response. We are walking, talking, and living entirely within the dense, heavy atmosphere of a phantom. The first concrete proof of this entity appeared in the 1970s, when astronomer Vera Rubin began measuring the rotational speeds of spiral galaxies. Standard mechanics dictate a galaxy's mass is packed in the center, so outer stars should move slower. But Rubin found a flat rotation curve. Outer stars raced at the exact same high speeds. Without an unseen, massive weight anchoring them, they should fly apart. Our standard laws of physics hold up only if we account for a massive, unseen grip physically binding the galaxy together. This immense gravitational grip physically redirects the path of passing light. General relativity dictates that extreme mass creates a deep well in space, physically curving the very fabric of the universe. We see this clearly in massive structures like the Bullet Cluster. Light traveling from distant background galaxies toward Earth hits a region of seemingly empty space, acting as though it struck an immense optical lens. The rays smear, stretch, and bend entirely around it. Physicists are currently interrogating three main suspects for what this invisible mass could be. The leading candidates are WIMPs, weakly interacting massive particles. These are heavy, slow-moving subatomic particles left over from the Big Bang. Other researchers are looking for axions, which are ultralight particles that behave almost like waves, or primordial black holes, incredibly dense pockets of collapsed matter forged in the first fractions of time. We have not yet trapped a single dark particle in a detector, but by observing how space bends, we can accurately map the crushing physical silhouette of the mass surrounding us. Some theoretical models suggest this material forms specific structures around dense celestial bodies. A planet's gravitational pull could focus dark matter into thick strands, creating long hairs or roots that pierce straight through the Earth and extend millions of miles out into the void. We tend to assume this mass is inert and simple, but regular baryonic matter managed to organize itself into complex chemistry, biology, and conscious brains. This raises a deeply unsettling concept known as the shadow biosphere hypothesis. Our periodic table represents only the visible 5% of the universe. If the dark sector contains its own diverse particles and forces, it could support dark atoms and complex chemistry, facilitating an invisible architecture or even a form of consciousness that occupies the same coordinates as our reality while remaining entirely decoupled from our perception. The universe is not an empty, lonely expanse. It is overwhelmingly crowded and complex, and we are simply locked out of the room. For centuries, human observation placed our biology and our planet at the focal point of existence, but the math tells a wildly different story. Every star system, every galaxy, and every biological organism that has ever lived constitutes a minor physical rounding error in the grand equation of mass. We are merely the foam on a vast dark ocean, drifting through a universe stranger than we can imagine. We are a fractional, fleeting afterthought, helplessly riding the surface of an unfathomable dark reality.